Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans as they take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And off we go from Oakland. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014. And a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. Carr now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Down, 180. Check, 55 to Mike. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Picked a good spot there to dial the blitz up the middle.
Yeah, and it's hard to really figure out where guys are going to come from when you're facing a 3-4 because they can come from the left, the right, just as you noted, up the middle. When you've got those linebackers who are kind of hybrid guys that can rush the pass or all drop in coverage, hard for an offense to figure out where the pressure is going to come from.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Adam Humphries deep for the Titans. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. So here come the Titans under second-year head coach Mike Vrabel. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And many believe that Ryan Tannehill is ready to fulfill his promise. Been in the league a little while now, been through some ups and downs, some bumps and bruises, but the talent is evident. Can run it, can throw it, and I think now he's ready to be a great leader.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Play action, it's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Benson Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep is Trevor Davis. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. As the Raiders offense comes out here, you think about how big their game is this coming week at Arrowhead against Kansas City. Kansas City at 7-4 in the AFC West. The Raiders at 6-5 because they had their 3-game winning streak snapped at the hands of the Jets in Week 12. So now the Raiders feel like this game, you don't want to say a must-win, but if they want to have a chance at winning the AFC West, probably need to go into Arrowhead and knock off Kansas City. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league were with San Francisco as a 49er. He can play left or right tackle.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now! 180! 180! We're good! 180! 180!
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Evades the tackler, and now some space. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Tennessee Titans offense again, and Tennessee right now 6-5. They got the win Week 12 at home against Jacksonville. All of a sudden, you got to think, don't sleep on Tennessee at 6-5. Just a game back in that muddied AFC South. And Week 13, they go to Indianapolis with a chance to improve their standing in that division even more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Safety DJ Swearinger brings not just athletic ability to the field, he also brings a strong belief that he can get to the football on every snap. An absolutely fierce hitter, you can feel his intensity even when you're sitting down and having a meeting with him prior to the game.
on the set.
Oh, you got deep? Here we go, here we go. Tight right. 4 down.
On second down, here's Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Ready?
Tannehill on third down. He finds Humphreys. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
60 Pittsburgh.
Tannehill on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down, Titans.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. We're scoreless after one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Go! 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Let's go. 8, read.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Big dribble.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be caught by Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and goal, Tennessee.
On the ready.
50, Mike's 50. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Ready.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7.
That time a 9-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Now, 180. 5. Squeeze, double. Shift.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
180. Check 55, Mike. I got one.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Richard. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titan 16. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Carr's pass intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete.
After review of the play.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ready. 18, Gator.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Let go.
On first down, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Come on,
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Tannehill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On the counter, it's Henry. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Davis now to return it. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Right now. 280.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And incomplete.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
180.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Humphries on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Tannehill. He's got Smith here. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Suck up for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Joker.
They'll run with Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here we go. Check four.
A second down run with Lewis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
They can't hang with that.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That play definitely goes down as a win for the defense as they were able to get there and tackle him for a loss. But you just got the sense that the runner kept looking for a space to turn upfield, and it kept getting strung out towards the sidelines before the defense finally finished him off.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A draw play here, Lewis. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set up. 10 Lobo.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 31. Check 31.
Set up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Come.
Now it's Henry, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the eye. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Suckup now, set to kick it off following the made field goal. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Down. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Ready?
They begin with Henry. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Go. Get it.
Again, it's Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go.
Tannehill now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. And last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. Carr now to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Tennessee.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Okay, ready?
50's the mark. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On first down, it's Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now, Tannehill. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Carr now on first down. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Again, it's Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Carr, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Here we go.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
I'm coming. Check three. Hit it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Break.
59. Mike's 59. Danny.
Ready.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Get it.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.